What is going on, everybody? What is going on, the Catch fam? It is Steven here, and in today's video, we are going to be going over the must-start defenses for your fantasy football teams going into Week 12. If you are not already a part of the Catch fam, we certainly encourage you to hit that subscribe button. Join the best community in all of fantasy football. Make sure to get with our Discord as well so you can chat up with the whole community as well. And if you like this video or any of the rest of our videos, always appreciate if you hit that like button. It means a ton to the channel. But most importantly, get down in those comments and let us know what you think of these defenses. Let us know what defenses are on your waivers or any other position group on your waivers or who you got on your roster so we can set your team up ahead of Sunday, guys. But with all that said, let's get into the must starts. Up at number one, I love this defense. It's the New York Jets defense, man. They have been amazing this year, and they are now backing up two double-digit performances. 10 against New England, 12 right before the bye week against the Buffalo Bills. They had 6 sacks against the Patriots in the loss where Zach Wilson just hurt that team so badly, man. They lost, but that defense was not to blame, guys. I think they're going to be pissed off. They're going to be riled up. They're going to be ready to get after it, guys. I don't know if Zach Wilson's going to be under center. The Jets are too good to be playing that guy. He is a hurtful player to the rest of their chances to get into the playoffs, guys. But let's get serious here. They're playing the Bears this week. Great matchup, guys. And I understand you're like, whoa, Steven, you're talking about maybe streaming against Justin Fields, guys. He's electric, right? Well, he got really hurt, man. And let's take a step back, right? Against the Atlanta Falcons, the Chicago Bears gave a 12-point fantasy performance to the Atlanta Falcons defense, guys. 4 sacks and an interceptions is what the Falcons were able to do against the Bears, guys. I really like the chances here for this Jets defense, which is vastly better than the Falcons, to do just as good, if not way better, against the Bears this week. And I don't think personally that Justin Fields is going to be out there. Justin Fields was very hurt, came out in the press conference after the game and said he was in a lot of pain. I don't think they're going to put the young guy back out there to get hurt when they got the bye week coming up too. He's just too important to their success next year and the rest of this year. And I also think even if Justin Fields is in the game, you're not going to see the same type of electric type of playmaking where he's always scrambling and stuff. They just can't put him out there in harm's way like that. So I think this is a absolute amazing spot. Justin Fields is in the game. I think this is a fantastic play. If he is out of the game, going up against a backup Bears quarterback where they can shut down these running lanes so easily, oh my gosh, this could be tremendous. This could be a league-winning game. This could be a game where you just absolutely demolish your opponent, guys. Put the Jets in your lineup. Smash play here against the Bears. I love it. Talking about a defense I really love as well, the Washington Commanders defense, guys. I'm out here in the DMV, so I got to show some love to the Commanders, man. But in all seriousness, they've been balling recently, man. 19 fantasy points against the Houston Texans, 5 sacks, 2 picks, and a house call. I love it, man. And that was a backup performance to the Philadelphia Eagles where they had 17 fantasy points, a sack, 2 forced fumbles, and an interception, and another house call, man. These guys are making plays, man. This defense looks outstanding. Let's rewind a couple years when this defense was super coached up by Jack Del Rio, Ron Rivera, and they were balling all over the place. They got Chase Young back. This defense looks really good. I love the matchup against Atlanta Falcons here. I think this is going to be a really solid play because the Atlanta Falcons really like to run the football. That's all they do. They just run the football all day long. Well, the Commanders can shut down the run with the best of them, guys. So we are going to see Marcus Mariota try to beat this defense, try to beat this secondary. So I think the Commanders are a smash play this week, guys. And looking forward, man, this is going to be one of the better defenses you're going to have, right? They got the Atlanta Falcons. They got the New York Giants. They got the bye week. Then they got the New York Giants. They've got the San Francisco 49ers, which is going to be tough. But then they've got the Cleveland Browns, right, in week 17, right? So this is one of those defenses as we get closer to the playoffs where you might look at stashing because they've got some great matchups and they are hitting at the right time, man. And I would not be surprised if the Commanders got in the playoffs because of this defense. Up next, we're talking about the San Francisco 49ers, guys. And I really like them against the New Orleans Saints this week. This video is being recorded ahead of the Monday night game against the Arizona Cardinals in Mexico, guys. I'm not too concerned about it. I don't even think Kyler Murray's going to play in that one, so I'm hoping Colt McCoy doesn't go wild and make this pick look bad, right? But this defense in San Francisco is very good, and they're very good against things that the Saints try to do, which is run the football. Well, this 49ers defense is one of the best run defenses in the league. They've been that for the past couple of years, and that's because they have very strong D-line play and linebacker play. Fred Warner is just an absolute freak back there, and you got Bosa coming off the edge, guys. This defense is hungry for playmaking, right? Going up against Andy Dalton, you know he likes to turn the ball over, guys. I love the San Francisco 49ers as we get closer to the playoffs. I think they're going to be one of the hotter teams, guys. And it's all about this defense and their ability to run the ball. I think they're going to control the game script. It's a home game in San Francisco, so you don't got any worries with the Saints getting home field advantage or anything like that. San Francisco 49ers, put them in your lineup. I think they're going to be a good play. Next, we're talking about a defense that is getting aided by the best quarterback in the NFL, guys. We're talking about the Kansas City Chiefs defense. This is strictly a matchup play in my mind, although they are coming off of a 10 fantasy point performance against the Los Angeles Chargers, where they had 5 sacks, a forced fumble, and an interception. They looked really good, and we've seen the Chiefs step up and have really big games too, right, guys? But going up against the Rams, right? I told you last week I was going to be fading this Rams team heavy for the rest of the season. I think this is a tremendous play now to fade these guys because now Matt Stafford back in concussion protocol. They already don't have their only player in Cooper Kupp. They are bad at running the football. They are bad at passing the football. They're probably going to throw out Perkins out there, their third string quarterback. This could get really ugly really fast. I think the Kansas City Chiefs right here are going to be an option that a lot of people in your leagues are not going to think about. And you could get a steal, man, going up against the Rams offense without Matt Stafford and without Cooper Kupp. Throw these guys in your lineup. They are going to cause some plays to happen, get some turnovers, and get a bunch of sacks. This is going to be a shutdown. The Chiefs are going to blow these guys out. Absolutely lock and load the Chiefs into your lineup. Up next, talking about the number 4 defense in the league right now, guys. Talking about the Baltimore Ravens, who just had a very weird game against the Carolina Panthers, where I was like, okay, are the Ravens seriously about to lose this game against Baker Mayfield and Deontay Foreman and this Carolina Panthers team that is actively trying to lose games? I mean, Lamar couldn't really do anything. The offense looked really bad, but that defense, they looked fantastic, guys. That defense has looked good, honestly, all year, despite the fact that they were getting some crap thrown on their name in the early part of the year. 18 fantasy points against Carolina Panthers. They had 4 sacks, 2 interceptions, had a fumble too. They looked outstanding. Now we're getting to go up against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I understand it. They had the bye week. I understand it. They had home field advantage. But I still think that you look at that Ravens defense, top 5 right now. Really good defense. A lot of playmakers all over the place. You're going up against a Jaguars offense that has shown me that they just make too many turnover plays. Trevor Lawrence makes too many turnover type of throws. I think the Ravens are going to be able to capitalize on that, guys. Obviously, Travis Etienne is a dynamic player. Christian Kirk is a dynamic slot receiver. But these corners for the Baltimore Ravens are playmakers. They've got really good secondary play. Roquan Smith has been a great addition as well. This Ravens defense is stepping up in a big way. I think they are a good start against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then after that, you've got the Denver Broncos, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Cleveland Browns, the Atlanta Falcons, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay, let's just take a pause and think about how amazing of a schedule that is, guys. You need to go out and get this defense if you can, and you need to start them, and you need to stash them. You cannot get rid of them because they have probably the best defensive schedule for the rest of the season. They are going to play some really bad offenses, going to have a ton of upside. So I think you can start them this week. But regardless, you need to be starting them the rest of the season, guys, because they're going to be electric, guys. Up next, I'm going to talk about the Miami Dolphins defense here. This is kind of just a matchup play, although they have looked better post Bradley Chubb edition, right? Since getting Bradley Chubb, they had 9 and 7 fantasy points against the Chicago Bears and the Cleveland Browns, right? And you know those offenses can put up some points, right? Now they get to go up against the Houston Texans, who just gave up a ton of fantasy points to the Commanders defense. I think the Miami Dolphins are a really smart football team. They just had the bye week to prepare against Davis Mills and Dameon Pierce and Nico Collins and Brandon Cooks. All these guys except for Dameon Pierce, I'm not scared of. I think the Miami Dolphins are going to blow the Texans out. I know when I check the upcoming spread right now, it's like double digits. I wouldn't be surprised if it continues to spread out, guys, because I think the Dolphins are going to blow the Texans out. This is going to be a fun game for them. They are at home as well, so you know the Dolphins are going to want to put on for their hometown crowd, guys. I think the defensive line is going to be able to get to the Texans, going to be able to make problems for Davis Mills. And we're going to be able to see this secondary get some turnovers too. We understand they've gotten beat up over the year, but it's a great matchup play. Going up against the Houston Texans, I think you can let them ride here. Go ahead and snag them, put them into your lineups and your deeper league options. Last defense I want to talk about here, guys, is the Indianapolis Colts. Another great matchup play against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Kenny Pickett actually did look pretty good against that Bengals defense, but I wasn't really understanding the hype that a lot of people were giving that Bengals defense over the week. They suck. They are atrocious. They are one of the worst fantasy defenses you can have. This Colts defense, despite the injuries, has had way better performances and way more consistency over the season. This is now a home game. Jeff Saturday's got these guys coached up. They had 11 fantasy points against the Eagles. They shut down the running lanes. They looked really fantastic. They made Jalen Hurts work for it. They had 3 sacks and 2 fumble recoveries off of 3 forced fumbles. These guys are starting to create turnovers. Like I said, man, sometimes when you lose people, you end up kind of riling around each other. You end up starting to get some momentum, some motivation. I understand they kind of gave you a stinker with 3 fantasy points against the Las Vegas Raiders here. But I think against the Steelers at home, the Colts could be a sneaky play as well, guys. So go out, snag them if you're in some deep options. The week after that, you get the Dallas Cowboys. So you're going to have to cut them right after this week, though, after this Steelers matchup. With all that said, guys, that has been the must-start defenses for your fantasy football teams going into week 12. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you hit that subscribe button and join the best community in all of fantasy football. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. It means a ton to the channel. But most importantly, get in those comments. Let us know what is going on in your current waivers or rosters so we can help set your team up ahead of Sunday. And with all that said, this has been the must-start defenses, and you saw it here first at the catch.